Hello, BZP. You're watching a behind-the-scenes featurette. That's AT, who's not moving his face. Kudos to that. Let's see who else we got helping us tonight. Hey, friends. Wait, is it catching everyone? I can't see from here. I think it's catching everyone. I think so, too. So, yeah, we're doing a episode of Meet the Staff, and it's going to be live. So this is just a behind-the-scenes featurette for you all to see how it works. Fun fact about the Meet the Staff episodes: the way that it works is I usually message a member of the staff, being like, "Please appear in an episode," and then they're like, "Sure, why not?" We decide on a date to do it, and then we do a little trial test with their equipment first, and then I hope 90% of the time while I'm filming the video, I hope all of the footage and audio is recorded from both sides. So that's why it's kind of nice that we get to do a live episode tonight, because it means that I don't actually have to worry about the footage of two people. You're going to see our guest soon, and while that's going on, you'll also be able to see the interview from another angle, so that should be cool. Stay tuned, because in any moment now you're probably going to see a little bit of the interview going on from another side of the perspective that you usually get. Yay, staff interviews! Woo! Now with the live studio audience. I'll move this side, and I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we'll start. So 3, 2. Hello, BZP. This is Zaf. Welcome to a live episode of Meet the Staff. So I guess technically all the other episodes are live, but this is like live to the extreme, because like the guest is actually here, and we also have a live studio audience for this episode. So that's kind of cool, and by kind of I mean really cool. You don't want to hear me though. You obviously want to hear the staff member that we're interviewing. So without further ado, staff member, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
I'm Suzuki, Captain Suzuki, phone assistant. My name is Thomas, but I don't trust those people.
So yeah, Sumiki, wonderful friend. We've known each other for a while, and so I think it's very appropriate that we're doing our episode of Meet the Staff live.
I have to go to Cool Beans.
I feel that Cool Beans is a solid answer. Okay, with that out of the way, let's look at the set that we're going to be building today, or the sets.
3 sets actually.
All right.
We did not want to bother ourselves by going to an actual Lego store, even though we all have $50 gift cards because we did a panel. So I'm doing 3 freebie sets from the Brick Fair gift bags.
Thank you, Brick Fair.
Thank you, Brick Fair. Thank you, Todd, etc.
Around with ABS plastic.
And if you want to get an impromptu set review, I
That's
love
true.
the fact that there's a bag,
Yes.
a bag, and this.
It adds variety. It
Oh.
keeps you on your toes. See that, audience? Lego's very scared about the way they do things. Okay, so
Especially of the teal. So Mark Stafford is essentially my mortal enemy, in as far as I can have one, because I'm just too nice for him. I didn't really get into like Lego itself until I was about 6 packs of them. And for years later, I was finding these little transparent slivers throughout the little bins that I would have.
funny.
As part of my collection. So
Bionicle, how did you specifically, I mean, we talked about the Borax stuff, but how specifically did you get your start with the Bionicle line, the Bionicle story, all things Bionicle in general?
it really started with those 2 sets I originally got, and from then on it was like, these are cool, and then so they did their job for an impressionable young
Right.
kid, and then I just kept going with it, and I kind of dropped out of the story around 2009 when they rebooted it for the Bear Mine, but I was a completionist with the sets
I feel like.
to the very end. But what kind of accidentally happened with the 01 sets, what I would do, I would wait until like they're about to come up with the next line, so all the rest, the previous wave would go on cleared, so it was like nab them all at the time, which is really nice.
That's a tip that you can all use, audience. So that's cool though, and so you got your start with Bionicle in that way. Eventually, of course, being a fan on Bionicle leads you to at least know about this little website called BZPower. So how did you get your start on BZP?
I heard about it
So we're gonna ask that question.
We have 2 more sets, but we're gonna go fast.
Do you wanna really go fast? Maybe we can get some audience questions.
Yeah, if I do the different one.
Cool. Do the different one then.
Get some audience questions.
There we go. So here's my question to you, Sumiki. Fond memories from BZP, from Bionicle, from anything Lego related? Just fond memories in general that you have to share?
I'm trying to think. You have a. You want me to do physical labor and
Of course I did.
think at the same time?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been like every brick fair there's something else, and every day there's something else. Like I couldn't even think of the best thing that happens in a single day, much less over 5 years of this.
Yeah.
I think one of the funniest things that actually was not brick fair because it was unexpected, but it was in Portland on that road trip, and I happened to be there for the first ever public day of the first ever Six Cascade, and I met Micah, aka Karu, and he did not have. No, this is spring. Velux, and he did not have any toothbrushes because he didn't bring a toothbrush because he didn't have a less than 3 ounce can for his plumbing run, so he didn't have any toothpaste. So he decided not to bring a toothbrush, but then he had gone like a day without, or like 2 days without brushing his teeth, really.
Right.
So
Oh no.
it was really not pleasant to be around him.
No.
At some point. No, I kid. It was not that bad. I keep forgetting this is like you might see this. I'm like, it's not that. It's not like that.
That's why we do that. We love the disclaimer.
We really do. Anyway,
Hold on. Just give us a second while we hear the delectable sound of Lego bricks falling down again. There we go. See how strong he is? That's actually the international sign for strength. It's just
I'm really strong because he keeps trying to get us to drag these monstrous creations.
which I apologize for. I pay them in breakfast in full, so it's not entirely unpaid labor. So, live studio audience want to ask a question? Yes.
Do you dream about farm animals?
The question is for those of you who can hear, do you dream about farm animals? Assuming he...
I do. And actually, I think I should have a disclaimer, because people think that's my thing. It is not my thing. It was actually on Ask Me Anything blog entries back in the day. There was a member named Kylus, and Kylus would always inevitably ask in his almost impossible to read bright orange text, no punctuation, no capitalization, do you dream about farm animals?
I like the voice with the contrast of
This is my natural voice. I'm so hoarse. Anyway, I'm powering through for you, Pablo.
I love you. We love you.
Anyway, he would always ask this, but then went inactive, and I decided that, you know, it was so funny. I needed to keep doing the farm animals thing. Right. And he came back like a year and a half ago, and he saw the farm animals. He's like, farm animals? That was, I can't believe you're still doing this. And then Brickings commented and he said, he's not doing the bright orange text. He's a disappointment to us all. Like, I have almost the same font. I'm not going to give up my brand.
My brand. Anyway, my brand.
My brand.
You have to do the hand thing. Okay, another question from the live studio audience. Question?
Do you believe in magic?
Do you believe in magic?
I believe in the magic of love.
Because the theme this year is love.
Yes.
It's a love for breakthrough. Love.
Everything's a subtle plug.
Everything's a subtle plug, but not the ones that you put in sockets. Those are very obvious plugs. Sorry, he's trying to build it. I'm sorry. I'll show myself out. Any questions from the live studio audience, or was that so bad that you only need a moment to read?
We should do at least one
Yes.
for everybody.
Are your sideburns real?
Are his sideburns
The
real?
sideburns are real. This is my
Is your serious face?
it's my beard. But I usually grow beards for road trips. But this is I grew it in advance because I had it going a little bit. And I decided I'm not going to shave. I'm going to ask. I'm going to post a blog. I'm going to ask if people want for me to have a beard, and everyone just went nuts. Like beard. That was I. Beard. And he also posted a picture of him with like this huge beard he has. He's going.
That's a gift right there.
It is
Or
not.
GIF, however you pronounce it.
It is not. It was a horrifying thing to behold, but it was very fun to feel because it's so soft.
It's also asking the internet, as you know, audience, always ends up brilliantly and no problems at all.
I don't like my beard though, because for one thing, it doesn't provide slap insulation. I get slapped a lot. Two, it is humid here. They built this entire metropolitan area in an old swamp, and you can feel it. Yes,
It's a little bit of a history lesson right there for you.
that is true. And third, it does not grow on my cheeks at all. So I have either creepy mustache, sorry Howie Mandel style goatee, or neck beard. Which, and you combine them and it's like not half bad. But if you look at them individually, it's like, that's horrifying. That's just trying too hard, and that's, you haven't been outside in a while, have you? Which is also true. I just don't want people to know that.
Now that you've seen it, audience, you can't unsee that. I'm so sorry. We apologize.
That's why you'll never see me in a beard again. Unless for some reason I get some hair.
Maybe some hair. We'll see. The jury's set on that one.
Save that for witness protection.
Yes.
Let's see. Any other questions from the audience, or do we want to return to some last few questions? Yes.
Where did your username come from?
Where did his username come from?
That was the. I started building like mocks and stuff. Side note, I call them MOCs because mock sounds stupid. I'm sorry, but everyone calls them mocks. Like, it isn't that extraordinary. Anyway, I just think if you're gonna mock someone, it's making fun of them, you know. But you're honoring them if you build them, so you're not mocking them. I'm being pedantic. I apologize. And she's the one who's supposed to draw toxic waste bunnies, right? I can't be mean to her. But it's not like she can make the drawing worse because it's intentionally bad. Anyway, I started building things in earnest in 2004.
Wait, what about Ernest? I know him.
I was building things in. Oh, dude,
I'm so sorry. That's, you see how our interactions go
That
90%
is-
of the time.
that is. I will have Isaac slap you for that tomorrow.
I owe you one slap.
No one wants to slap him because we feel like he's too fragile.
Hey. Okay, so
He
username.
gets a free pass. Anyway, I remember I created two usernames, two like OCs. One of them was, and it is not good. It was two sort of Metrotoran torsos with this long neck, and these Baki staves come out of it, and they called it Sumiki because that sounded like a cool name.
it is cool.
I still have it together.
Really?
The other one is not together. It was all of that sort of that gecko bird brown.
Yeah.
What color is that? The
The gecko bird brown.
Dark orange.
Dark orange.
Dark orange.
Number?
38.
38.
This guy knows
Studio,
what's
see? Live studio audience knows everything. Get your own live studio audience today.
Get your, yes, they're for sale. There's for sale now in the BZPower
Oh,
store.
that's 95.
Anyway, the other one was called the Toa of Sushi. What was that color?
Can you imagine
I called
history
it- I
if
called-
he'd been the Toho Sushi forever today?
I would have probably changed it to something. I probably would have been permanently toxic waste money
Yeah.
if I had been Toa of Sushi. Because that's just sad. Like, it's a sad thing. But I was like
We
one
love
of the
sushi.
I was like one of the few kids my age who actually like legitimately enjoyed sushi, to the point that whenever I would eat sushi, I would eat like 3 like 2 cheese rolls and just eat them all. And actually, no, but really, yeah.
But actually, though, like that.
But yeah, that actually was. Well,
He did the sound effect and
I
everything.
actually got a custom set of chopsticks at a local Japanese restaurant, and they engraved on them "Sushi Boy." I've never told that story to anyone, and I feel so.
This is the first, just for you audience.
Yes, it is.
Can you imagine
I was-
if you'd been Sumiki, Toho of Sushi, parentheses, Sushi Boy. That's going to be on blog entries all this time. I'm so
The
sorry. I
Sushi
had to
Boy.
say-
Yes.
Feared by the criminal underworld.
Feared by the criminal underworld. Okay. To move away from the bad wordplay and sushi stories. Let's see how the set is going. Tsubiki, tell us
I
how
am
the second
almost
set is
done.
going.
I'm trying.
We're almost done. Okay, well, here's one last question. What, how's your building style? Like, do you build in a specific genre? Do you, like, build a specific type of mods when it comes to Bionicle? Are there any specific builds that you go for, or are you kind of more jack of all trades?
Every time I think I have something figured out, I realize I don't. It's like, every time I think, oh, this is really interesting, this is really neat. Like, I built a sort of a mech out of Duplo parts, and I thought, this is really awesome. Like, I thought it was like the coolest thing, and it was a legitimate build. Like, and I showed it to Brickings, and I was so proud. I was like, because he's like, I wanted him to critique him, like, really, like, he's like, oh, that's like Optimus Convoy's thing. I'm like, wait, what? And he linked me to one that was like 15 times better. And so I realize now that there are no,
Brand new ideas.
yes,
See, I didn't have to give him the ideas. See,
there are no brand new ideas. They're not even brand new sentences. So. Except the ones my dad comes up with. But that's
that's true.
its own-
But that's Tsumiki
its own
Dad's
thing.
is like the special brand of like uniqueness.
His brand.
Earth Brown! There we go. See, we did the movie again for you. You can gift that or GIF that as well. Speaking of which, what do you go for? GIF or GIF? Or do you answer
I use GIF.
He uses GIF. You heard it
I
first
use
here.
GIF because GIF, again, I just go by which one sounds better. GIF sounds better than GIF.
Okay. Interesting.
It just does.
A glimpse into the mind of Tsumiki right here, live for you. Okay, well, I see we're almost done with the Lego set. Just gonna make sure
Where does
that
this go?
still recording. Woo, we've actually done pretty good with. I mean, and I think the studio audience had some really good questions. Maybe we'll implement having people submit questions. We'll see. If you like it, you can always tell them in the comments or on the response forum and stuff like that. Because we love to hear from you all. I don't know what that is. So we're almost done though with the build. As you're finishing up, how were both builds? Did Isaac's word hold true? Was this one much more boring than this one, or?
I haven't really given one a good run through this.
So would you say
I'm gonna stick this guy.
he's gonna stick us the minifigure on there, and then he will know the answer?
Okay, this is not good right here. I can tell.
So would you
it's
say that
not
you have to
good.
get good?
Well, this guy cannot reach.
I see.
He can't reach. It's sad.
Yeah, he can't reach it. He's like, "Ugh, ugh." That's how he sounds when he's flying.
At least-
Actually, that's in the extended edition of the Star Wars movies. He's like, "Ugh."
It's the Wilhelm scream.
It's just
This is constantly, but like slowed down.
that's terrifying.
But this one is actually a little bit better because it looks like something that would legitimately be in the films.
Did you want to do a Tsumiki like flying noise for that one? There we go. That was a Tsumiki noise patent in 2015. So
All rights reserved.
all rights reserved. So that's the finished build. Any final comments now that you're putting the final touches with the weapons and stuff like that?
I thought I could do this quicker.
He thought he could do that
Faster.
quicker. Faster.
I say quicker because I'm from the South.
Even though he has no accent. Maybe he's like a hidden Frank Underwood. I don't know.
I actually do. I felt like I have more accent the further away I go.
Really?
Western Canada, I would talk completely normally. Well, I sound like this to myself. I'm like, what's going on with me? But it was the same. It's just everyone around was talking so differently, like a different accent. And it just the further away, it's like, man, it's like a hick. It's like, it's so. I felt self-conscious about it because I would come in and be like, the restaurant, people were like, hey, you're not from around here. I'm like, yeah.
Well, those are thrilling tales from the mouth of Tsumiki, the toe of sushi, parentheses, sushi boy. Thank you so much, audience, for joining us in this build for these two small sets. Thank you, Tsumiki, for joining us in this live episode of Meet the Staff, and thank you to the live studio audience for being here. If you like